Welcome, family and friends. Thank you for gathering in this beautiful auditorium today to celebrate your child's promotion from elementary school. Please join us in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Students, take a moment and look around you. Breathe this in. You are surrounded by family, friends, and teaching staff that are here to celebrate one thing: you. Celebrate your growth, your achievements, your hard work, your struggles, and your victories. We are here because we are proud of the young individuals you are growing into. The elementary school era is one of magic, awesome teachers, new friendships, and endless learning opportunities. It's spirit days, earned rewards, and field trips. It lays the foundation you need as a future learner, teaches you to be a problem solver, and helps you learn how to socialize and get along with others. While this is the end of your time in elementary school, it is also the beginning of a whole new journey in your life, one you should face with enthusiasm and determination. Middle school, high school, and higher education opportunities will bring their own unique challenges, but I have no doubt that you will all face them head on. While school may seem difficult at times, it is preparing you for the real world. Don't back down. We have given you roots. It is time to spread your wings. At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Stevens to the podium to announce our fourth quarter awards.
Okay. Let's see. Good morning. I'm very excited to announce our fourth quarter attendance awards. Your students have worked incredibly hard this quarter, as well as throughout the school year, but we are focusing on fourth quarter currently. So, students, when I call your name, please remain standing, and audience, please hold your applause until the end. Okay, for our excellent attendance awards, Manny Gomez Zavala. Oh. Diana Kemp. Carly Stacy. Penny Raber. Ariana Sill. Taylor Weber. George McCoy. JC Veach. And Jenny Dimas Tinoco. Beautiful. Next, I will be announcing our fourth quarter AB Honor Roll Awards. So again, please stand when I call your name. Jennifer Jenny Dimas Tinoco, Gracie McDonough, Manny Gomez Zavala, Victor Gomez Zavala, Taylor Weber, Rory Nelson, Diana Kemp, Kendra Hale, Penny Raber, Amaya Sims, Habiba Abdul-Hafez, George Orling, George McCoy, and Daquan Williams Grays. Go ahead and stand. Okay, for the last awards I will be announcing as our fourth quarter straight A's. Again, students, remain standing. families clap at the end. So first we have Ariana or Ari Sill. Max Correas. Aaliyah Winkler. Caitlin Moore. Sydney Scarberry. And we are also going to include Sawyer Giles. I forgot to mention him for our last award. Sawyer Giles. Thank you. Okay. Again, thank you, students, for your incredibly hard work throughout all of our quarters and fourth quarter specifically. Okay. Now I will introduce Ms. McGlassick back to stage. She will announce a new award for this year.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. This year, our fifth graders took not 4 state tests, but 6 state tests. And we worked very hard to be ready for those tests and to honor our school and our community. We had a Gold Star incentive program to motivate students to try with their heart. That's all we could ask for, is that they try their very best on a very difficult challenge. Many students earned gold stars for each test, meaning they went above and beyond normal expectations. Some students on these tests worked every single test day with their whole heart and gave 150% of their effort and their time. And we'd like to recognize the students who earned all 6 gold stars for being brave, and otherwise known as gallant, and facing challenges that they did not want to do, but rose anyway. I would like to congratulate the following students. Please hold your applause. Sydney Scarberry. Congratulations to Winter Underwood. Mr. George Orling. Miss Carly Stacy. Miss Kendra Hale. And Victor Gomez Zavala. These students worked beyond anybody in this building other than us. Please give them a round of applause. I would like to introduce Mrs. Morgan, and she will be announcing the citizenship awards that are very honorable and our presidential gold and silver awards.
All right. Good morning. The first award I would like to present is the Citizenship Award. This award is given each year to students who show a positive attitude towards their classmates and teachers and demonstrate outstanding leadership qualities. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized and stay standing until all recipients' names have been called. Audience members, if you could hold your applause until all student names have been called, it would be greatly appreciated. Maximus Curius. Jenny Dimas Tinoco. Sawyer Giles. Victor Gomez Zavala. Diana Kemp. Gracie McDonough. Caitlin Moore. Blakely Murphy. Sydney Scarberry. J.C. Veach. Taylor Weber. And Aaliyah Winkler. Please give our citizenship a round of applause. Our next award is the prestigious Presidential Award that recognizes academic excellence. This award is presented to students who have earned honor roll all 4 quarters of their 5th grade year. There are 2 presidential awards. The Presidential Silver Award is for A's and B's all year. The Presidential Gold Award is presented to students with A's all year. Both of these awards require determination and discipline. Before I announce this year's recipients, I would like to read a letter from President Donald Trump. Congratulations to the recipients of the 2025 President's Education Award. The First Lady and I are pleased to join your teachers, family, and friends in recognizing this wonderful achievement. For more than 40 years, this award has honored students who have exhibited exceptional work ethic and determination. My administration remains committed to a culture of excellence in our country where hard work is rewarded and the enormous potential of our students is unlocked. In this vision for a strong American future, students like you, who represent the best of traditional American values like perseverance and individual achievement, will go on to become influential leaders, innovators, and pillars of our society. Our nation will look to you for guidance and leadership. Together, we can and will launch the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country, a true golden age. We applaud the families, educators, administrators, and other community leaders who have been there for you every step of the way. You have made them all proud, especially your parents and caretakers who want the best education for their children. As you pursue your dreams and passions, we wish you continued success. We look forward to seeing all that you accomplish. Sincerely, President Donald Trump. All right. Sorry. Now I will announce this year's Presidential Silver Awards. When you hear your name, please stand to be recognized for your award and continue to stay standing until all names have been called. Audience members, if you could hold your applause until all student names have been called, it would be greatly appreciated. Maximus Carius, Sawyer Giles, Manny Gomez Zavala, Victor Gomez Zavala, George McCoy, Gracie McDonough, Caitlin Moore, George Orling, Penny Raber, Ariana Sill, Maya Sims, Taylor Weber, Daquan Williams Grays, and Aaliyah Winkler. Let's give them a round of applause. Finally, I would like to announce the Presidential Gold Award for all A's every quarter. So this year's recipient is Sydney Scarberry, if you would please stand. Wonderful job. Congratulations to all of our citizenship and presidential award recipients this year. We are proud of your achievements and happy we could honor your accomplishments today. I would like to re-invite Mrs. Gregg up to the podium. Thank you.
As an ELA assignment, the students were asked to write an essay about their experience here in elementary school. The following students were chosen to share their speeches with you today. Please come to the stage as I call your name. Gracie McDonough, Penny Raber, Ariana Sill, and George Orling. All right, Miss Gracie McDonough, come on up and share your speech.
My name is Gracie McDonough, and I am 11 years old. I began Norwood View in kindergarten with my best friend, Taylor Weber. I was in Miss Stanford's kindergarten classroom. I have very good memories here at Norwood View, but there are 3 that will always have a special place in my mind. I remember during the 5th grade Halloween party, me, Taylor, and Aubrey were in a group together when we did the toilet paper competition. The toilet paper competition is where you try to wrap someone in as much toilet paper as possible. We decided we would wrap Taylor. When the competition started, Aubrey wrapped her so fast that her torso was covered in seconds. I looked around and saw lots of people dropping the toilet paper or the toilet paper ripping. At the end of the competition, Taylor had so much toilet paper on her that you couldn't even see a speck of her. I also remember in the 5th grade when we went to Camp Kern and built a shelter out of sticks and other things we found outside. Taylor and Winter were the ones who told everyone what to do and how to do it. I went to the fireplace to relax for a bit before the shelter was done. Someone came over and told all of us at the fireplace that the shelter was finished, so we all ran over and tried to fit into the shelter. Some people had to get in tight or small spaces so we could all fit in the shelter. My last memory and my favorite was getting into the math bee. It was in 4th grade and we all took a test on multiplication to see who'd get in. As soon as I heard I got in the math bee, I got so excited. During the math bee, I got a question wrong and got a red paper, which meant you were out. I started playing around with the paper and made an alligator out of it. At the end of the math bee, my best friend Taylor got second, Caitlin got first, and George got third. I didn't win the math bee, but just being able to be in the math bee was more than enough. This year, I have gotten all A's except for 1 B I got in science during the 1st quarter. I also got into ATP this year. My mom and my grandma were so excited when they got the letter, and so was I. I've gotten stronger mentally and happier. Norwood View has helped me realize that being respectful and listening will do you wonders. You can be the person you want to be if you try. I know almost everyone says this, especially your teachers, but that's because it's true. Just like my teacher says, there are no such thing as bad kids, only bad choices. There are so many funny stories I wish I could share with you all, but this one really sticks out to me. During our 5th grade Halloween party, I wore a blow-up dinosaur costume, and my best friend Julia wore a blow-up chicken costume. Even though we were not in the same classroom, I still had the best time with her, and I wish I could rewind time to go back to that day. I really hope that all of my classmates get into a good school or college and get into a good education. I want to make sure they are all able to provide for themselves and maybe even others. I wish I was able to make that happen for all of them. They should be able to be the best version of themselves and be good people. My biggest dream is to be a zookeeper. I've dreamt of being a zookeeper since I was 8. I would love to be able to release animals into the wild again, but my favorite part would be able to feed and water beautiful animals such as cougars, lions, red pandas, snakes, and so many more animals. Norwood View is one of the best schools ever in my opinion. There are so many fun things you get to do, like field trips, games, and so much more. Thank you all for your time today to come see this speech, and I hope you all make your dreams come true. Would Penny Raber please come to the podium?
Hi, my name is Penny Raber, and like my 4 older siblings, I have attended Norwood since kindergarten. My first teacher here was Mrs. Pittman. I'm the last Raber to graduate from VIEW, so it's a bit strange to be speaking to you all today. Over the years at Norwood VIEW, I've made a lot of friends who will head to middle school with me. I have a bunch of stories that have happened over the years. One funny story was when I first met my friend Blakely. We were in kindergarten and it was Friday, and on Fridays we watched PBS Kids on our computers. When it was time to get off of PBS Kids, I thought to myself, if I keep my fingers on the computer, I can stay on PBS Kids. Blakely was assigned to come around and make sure everyone was logged off of it. When she saw my screen, she tried to snap my computer shut, but instead slammed my fingers in it. She had to take me to the nurse, and ever since that day, we've been great friends. Another special memory has been being friends with Sawyer. Once, when my friend Carly and I were walking Sawyer back to his class after lunch, Sawyer decided to lay down in the hallway and pretend to make a snow angel. We had a hard time getting him to get back up. Finally, one day in 5th grade, I brought my stuffed bear Gerald to language arts class. I was playfully throwing him to my friend Imaria in class. When Miss McGlessick saw me not doing my work, she took him away from me. She hugged Gerald when she took him and said, "I finally got you, Gerald. You're mine now." Everyone in class started laughing when she said that. For the record, I did get Gerald back at the end of class, but Miss McGlessick was sad to lose him. I haven't brought him back since then because I know Miss McGlessick really loved him and wanted to keep him as hers. The last memory that I want to share was going to see the women's basketball team play at the Xavier Stadium in 5th grade. We got to sit in the stands and watch everything on the Jumbotron. We had great seats, and I was the only person in the stadium holding a sign to cheer the players on. It was truly a special memory. Some of my achievements are getting caught up in less drama with the help of Mr. Munchin, focusing better in my classes, and my grades are going up. I've made all the reading goal parties and even read 20 extra books in the winter. I got fancy table McDonald's lunch in the lunchroom. Finally, my progress led me to be chosen to read the announcements for 4th quarter in the morning. Since kindergarten, I've changed a lot. I've learned so much over the years here. I have learned to be nicer to people and have gotten way smarter. I have become more independent and mature. I'm doing my work without being confused or frustrated by it. I'm getting into less drama than when I was younger. I've learned ways to deal with conflicts and know how to make better choices with friends and new people. My future wishes for my classmates are for them to graduate high school and maybe go to college. I hope they find something that they will like to do and will make them happy. When they do grow up, I hope they find a job or a career that pays enough money for a nice house and good food for their family. My personal goals are to go to culinary art school, graduate, and eventually open my own cafe, serving delicious food to my customers. I hope I get married and have some kids too. In conclusion, Norwood will always be remembered as a safe place where I have learned so much. It has helped me grow up a lot, even though I still have a way to go. I'm ready to meet new people in middle school. I can use the things I've learned here to avoid problems and make even more friends. I'd like to say thank you to all the teachers and staff here who have helped me over the last 6 years. I'm sad to leave, but I'm ready to move forward and make my future bright. Thank you for coming today and have a great summer. I would like to introduce our next speaker, Ariana Sale.
Good job.
Hi, my name is Ariana Sill, and I first came to Norwood in the 2nd grade. I remember being nervous my first day, but that changed very quickly. I felt so welcomed by my new friends and teachers. Some of the people I met that day became some of my best friends. I already knew a few people at the school, like Aaliyah and most of the teachers, so that made me a little more comfortable. Some special memories I have made here at Norwood are meeting a lot of great friends and teachers. I have so many amazing memories that I could talk about, but here are a few of my favorites. I will never forget the time I met one of my very best friends, Blakely. Another memory I have from the 2nd grade is going to the Norwood High School Planetarium and learning about the solar system, which I know a lot more about because of Miss Morgan. I also remember the first time we ever had an adopted class. I was in Miss Tovan's class in the 2nd grade. We got to write letters to our pen pals. I was so excited to send and receive special handwritten mail. I have way too many memories from the 2nd grade, but those are definitely my favorites. In 3rd grade, we got to do a scavenger hunt for all of the holidays. We got to color different things, like for Christmas, we colored elves, and we described our elves to our classmates, and they had to guess which one was ours. I also have a lot of memories from 4th grade, too. I was in Miss Ferguson's class. I remember we couldn't go to the Paycor Stadium, so we got to be recorded for the radio. It still isn't on the radio, but it was lots of fun. Another thing I remember is the 4th and 5th grade dance. It was so much fun hanging out and dancing with my friends. I also remember sitting at Miss Ferguson's chair and singing songs with her almost every day. 4th grade is definitely a year I would never forget, thanks to Miss Ferguson. Now, my last year being at Norwood has been a blast. I met a few new people and one of my very best friends, Amaya. Another thing I loved about 5th grade is our very first reading goal party. It was so much fun, but it went faster than I expected. Another thing I remember is going to Camp Kern. It was so much fun doing outdoor activities. I also remember when Miss Morgan came back after maternity leave. It was kind of weird having a new teacher after a couple months. I was kind of used to the substitute, but once I got to know her, I think she's amazing. Some accomplishments I've had here at Norwood are getting better grades and improving my reading level by a lot. Since my start here at Norwood, I've changed so much. I've changed mentally, physically, and also academically. The experiences and memories I've made here will be something I will never forget. A funny story I have from this year is when we did an experiment with egg yolk and hydrogen peroxide. And I put way too many drops in the hydrogen peroxide, and I was confused why mine didn't look like the example. I also remember a time when me and Blakely were walking up the steps, and she fell with her arm out, so she pretended she was Superman. I hope that one day all of my classmates will accomplish all of their goals and graduate high school with more memories and experiences they'll make along the way, and remember all the memories they've made here at Norwood Elementary. Some academic and life goals I hope to achieve are graduating high school, to be a veterinarian, and visiting New York City. Norwood means so much to me, and it's so sad to think about leaving all these amazing kids and teachers who have turned into my family. I wish that all the 5th graders who come after me have just as much fun as I did here. I also hope to come back one day and visit all of the people and hopefully meet baby Mia. Finally, thank you to all of our teachers who have helped us get here today. We are so excited to move on, but we'll always remember where we began. Thank you for coming today. Good luck, everyone. I will now introduce George Orling as our final speaker.
Hello, my name is George Orling. I've been going to school at Norwood View for about 6 years since kindergarten. Now I'm getting ready to graduate and move on, but I'll never forget my home school. Some memories I have at View stand out. I remember getting our first cone of ice in 2nd grade. The truck came into the playground and we got to mix our own flavors. It was really awesome and super tasty. Sadly, I got hit with a kickball and dropped mine. I was upset for the rest of that day, but it was still really flavorful. Well, at least the part I got to eat. Cone of ice still comes when it's nice out, and it's still a good treat, especially when it's hot. In 4th grade at recess, we played football. A great game was when my friends Max, Colton, George McCoy, and I beat the 2nd and 3rd graders in football. They had a lot of players on their team, and we still ended up winning. Mr. Munchin tossed the football with me and played football and kickball with us all. We had fun at recess, hanging out and playing games. The only bad thing about going to middle school is saying goodbye to recess. Finally, in 5th grade, we had to read books, a lot of books. We got a contract called a reading goal that we signed and our parents had to sign. We had different genres to read each quarter. At the end, we had a party with tons of food, games, and a theme. My favorite one was the Melikaliki Maka party, which means Merry Christmas in Hawaiian. Below the equator, Christmas does not look the same as it does in Ohio. In Hawaii, Christmas is tropical and celebrated on the beach. Santa surfs in with kids' gifts wearing a sunburn and swim trunks, or sea turtles pull him to shore in a boat full of presents. Miss McGussick taught us that Hawaiian has its own language and alphabet. Their alphabet has 12 letters instead of 26, and with different rules. We translated all of our names into Hawaiian names. My name was K.O. Kuke. We moved all the desks and danced, ate a lot of food, and limboed instead of having class. I've had some great achievements here at Norwood View. One was in 1st grade when I got the Rising Star Award. I remember being confused at first because I didn't know what it meant. When I got the certificate and I read it, I understood. It meant a lot to me. I still have the certificate to this day. Another achievement I'm proud of was when I was in 4th grade and we were doing the Ohio State tests. A few days before the tests, me and Miss Ferguson talked about a kid from the past who got perfect scores. I wanted to do the same thing, but I never believed I could. On test day, I stayed focused and distant from everyone so I could be focused. After they were over, my ELA teacher, Miss Chris, and the math teacher, Miss Ferguson, said they wanted to talk to me privately. At first, I was scared because I thought I was in trouble. Instead, they explained to me that I got perfect scores on both state tests. I thought it was pretty crazy that I didn't only get perfect scores on my math test, which I wanted to do, but also my reading test. It was a really special day for me. Over the years at Norwood View, I have changed. When I was younger, I had some bad anger issues. When I told my mom, she had me go work with Mr. Munchin, our counselor, and Miss Brandy, our anger management teacher. We worked for a while, and my anger issues seemed to have gotten a lot better. Eventually, I've learned what to do when I get angry. They helped me through a lot of things throughout my years here. In the future, I hope my friends from View get through high school and find a good college. I hope they make it big in whatever they do or find a job that makes them happy. I wish good things will happen for them and their families. In my future, I hope to get through high school with honors while training in football and boxing. I want to get accepted into LSU and participate in their football program. My ultimate dream would be to make it to the NFL. If the NFL doesn't work out, I'd like to move my boxing career into professional so my family and mom are cared for in their future. Standing here today, I hope my future self and life are successful doing the things I love most. In conclusion, Norwood View means a lot to me. It shaped my mind and filled my head with tons of experiences and new schema. I've learned to, and I'd like to thank my mom, my teachers, Miss Gregg, Miss Brandy, and our previous principals, Mr. Yates and Mr. Robinson. throughout the years and helping me become the person I am today. I am really thankful for you all, and I am sad to say I have to move on. I will always remember everyone here and how my education formed. Just know that Norwood View and the people who have supported me have given me a strong start to a brighter future. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you today. Let's all have a great summer.
That was amazing. That's our future right there. Great job, everybody. Very, very proud of you. At this time, we would like to pass out the promotion certificates for our 5th grade Norwood View 2025 graduates. Audience, please hold your applause until the end. Thank you. Habiba Abdel Hafez. Good job. Adam Asaf. Good job, buddy. Colton Bolin. Kendall Bunch. Maximus Corrias. Jenny Dimas Tinoco. What should I do? Sawyer Giles.
Big yo, as in Mama Johnny, Siri, Jesse Penny, Cardi, Jesse Pierce, Kakawas Go, and Ricky, Pagaki.
Oh, yeah! Good job, Sawyer. Manny Gomez Zavala. Wait 1 second. Victor Gomez Zavala. Kendra Hale. Julia Jones. Dayana Kemp. Mr. George McCoy. Zymeria McCurdy. Gracie McDonough. Caitlin Moore. Blakely Clover Murphy. Rory Nelson. George Orling. Penny Raber. Sydney Scarberry. Miss Ariana Sill. Maya Sims. Carly Stacy. Come on. Winter Underwood. JC Veach. Taylor Weber. Daquan Williams Grays. And last but not least, Miss Aaliyah Winkler. Congratulations, class of 2025. I will now pass the microphone to our principal, Mrs. Gregg, who will announce the passing of the torch.
Our fifth grade students wrote some words of advice and a little you must know to our fourth grade students. So today they will be passing the torch. So fifth grade students, Aaliyah Winkler and Carly Stacy, can you please come up? All right, and our fourth grade students that will be receiving the torch were your greeters today, Noah Brown and Mila Winker. These fourth grade students will be doing our announcements first quarter next school year. Thanks, guys. All right, I'm going to take a second and just do a couple housekeeping items. After the ceremony is over today, please join us on the front lawn outside for some pictures, and there are light refreshments provided by our partners, Focus Cincinnati. In addition, please grab your student's self-portrait, these beautiful pieces up here, before leaving today. All right, the best part. One of the highlights of this ceremony is the opportunity to reflect over your journey during your last year at Norwood View. Miss Stevens has compiled a wonderful video to display these special moments. Please sit back and enjoy. Okay. Yeah, you're good. You know where it is, right?
Your little hands wrapped around my finger, and it's so quiet in the world tonight. Your little eyelids flutter 'cause you're dreaming, so I tuck you in, turn on your favorite nightlight. To you, everything's funny. You got nothing to regret. I'd give all I have, honey, if you could stay like that. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. You can stay this simple. I won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let no one break your heart. And no one will desert you. Just try to never grow up. Never grow up. You're in the car on the way to the movies, and you're mortified your mom's dropping you off. 14, there's just so much you can't do, and you can't wait to move out someday and call your own shots. But don't make her drop you off around the block. Remember that she's getting older too, and don't lose the way that you dance around in your PJs getting ready for school. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. You could stay this simple. And no one's ever burned you. Nothing's ever left you scarred. And even though you want to, just try to never grow up. Take pictures in your mind of your childhood room. Memorize what it sounded like when your dad gets home. Remember the footsteps, remember the words said, and all your little brother's favorite songs. I just realized everything I have is someday gonna be gone. So here I am in my new apartment in a big city. They just dropped me off. It's so much colder than I thought it would be, so I tucked myself in and turned my nightlight on. Wish I'd never grown up. Wish I'd never grown up. Ooh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. I can still be little. Oh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. It can still be simple. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Could stay this simple. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let no one break your heart. And even though you want to, please try to never go. Just to never.
All right, guys. Thank you from Ms. Stevens for putting that together for us. As we close today, I want to thank some really important people. First, your parents and guardians. They were not only your first, but are your lifelong teachers. Always take time to listen to what advice they have to share on this life journey. Second, our dedicated staff at Norwood View. After 21 years in this building myself, I can promise you that the staff here are some of the most dedicated and heart-driven people I know. We will always be rooting for you. Students, join me in giving your families and our teaching staff a round of applause. Congratulations to the 5th grade class of 2025 and the future high school class of 2032. Now go out into this world and do great things. Congratulations.